let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Welcome back to Behind the Short. I'm your host, Wesley Millett, and today we're going to break down a couple of the shots from the Duel. One of the first shots of the film that gave us the biggest challenge was this shot right here, which was the second shot of the entire film. So we needed to figure out how to block this scene in order to make the reveal of Cindy be a joke. You know, the whole joke is that Marshall is saying all these derogatory comments towards females and his girlfriend is sitting right beside him. So we needed to figure out how to block that scene in order for it to be a surprise. I don't think that if you did a reverse shot, like have him say all the stuff and then actually physically cut to seeing her, I don't think it's as funny seeing it that way. So we blocked this scene in a way that you get a tight close-up of his face. He's saying all these derogatory comments about females. He dies. He leans back. We rack focus to her. She says, you know, Marshall. Like, very apparent that she is displeased with his behavior. And then he leans back up and then just continues going at it. So that was our first challenging task of how to frame this shot to sell the joke. This next shot, we are just a quick pan up from the Crocs to the Batman cat t-shirt to Marshall doing some more shit talking. This shot I want to talk about a little bit more in depth. The whole joke here is that for everything that Cindy is saying, Marshall is finishing her sentences. So this is kind of the same idea as the first shot, where I didn't think a reverse shot setup would be as effective or as funny, since we'd be constantly interrupted visually. But by shooting this scene in one fluid take, a slow dolly push in on Cindy, we keep the visuals flowing, and thus it helps our minds better process the dialogue as one continuous sentence.
You eat ice cream sandwiches and SpaghettiOs for dinner. Your idea of a date night is me watching you play video games.
So for this last series of shots, you may think this is pretty simple. We have a close-up and a close-up. But there was some logic in why we framed it this way. Since this is a breakup scene, and it's supposed to be relatively emotional, I chose to punch in for a tight close-up and shoot over the shoulders for each of the characters. In doing this, it puts you more into the characters' perspectives and helps make you feel sympathetic toward Marshall. The sympathy thing here is important because it lets your guard down for the final joke, which is that the gamers he was playing with just heard the entire breakup.
I always knew you were a faggot.
Fuck you. That's gonna do it for this week's episode of Behind the Short. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below, and then tune in next week for more Behind the Short. Ay, piayo. Ay. Ay, piayo.